Hello and welcome again to WGU. Today during this recording, we're going to do a quick tour of a WGU degree plan. I'm going to quickly show you all the different things you can click on and what those things do for you. So let's find a degree plan, shall we? All right, here we go. This degree plan is for a student in her first term here. And I want to point out some things starting from the very top. This blue line at the top, next to it, it says default plan. So your courses will be put into your degree plan in the default standard path. But that can be changed based on what you need to have in your term, based on what you've transferred in, things like this. You can actually come up here and you can use the scenario calculator to play with how your courses are distributed so you can get a visual for what it would be. For example, this degree plan says that she's taking 12 units this term. Well, you can go into the scenario calculator and you can see what would happen if the student chose to take 20. You can see how many CUs they would have left. Here we go, 20 per term. And then from now on, it shows at least 20. It will show you when she's going to graduate. It moved these things around a little bit. So these courses in your degree plan, they are movable. You can play with them. If you move them into a new term, it will ask you what you want to call this new plan. And it will actually make a new plan up here at the top. So you have some options to play with this. The most important thing to remember is that your student mentor is always there for you to tell you what's going on and the best path for you. And also you cannot break this degree plan. So you can click around, you can move things around all you want, you can play with it all you want, and if you can't get it back to the way it was, we'll help you. So just be confident, click around. We want you to feel comfortable. This is your space. This is your plan. So up here is sort of the play area. We have our scenario calculator. You have plans. This shows the student is scheduled at this time based on her current enrollment to graduate at the end of June of 2017. So she is well on her way to graduation. So if we play with that calculator, we could create another plan that would show based on how much money you want to spend or how many terms. So that's your scenario calculator. The next link we come to is the show past terms. If you click on this and you're in term one, it's going to open your transfer courses. This is important. You want to make sure that you're getting credit for all the courses you think that you should be getting credit for. Your student mentor can help you walk through this as well. And if you have serious questions about your transfers, you definitely want to take care of that before you enroll in your first term courses. Then we come to term one. Your term one, when you first see it, all of these flags will be green and there will be none of these little locks. That means it says term one, but it doesn't mean term one. It's not officially your term one. It's just suggested. Once there are little locks next to the flags in your term, then you know that that is official. Those will be officially your courses. So this student, she set her enrollment after a few weeks of working with her student mentor at the beginning of her time at WGU. They were able to agree on these courses, and each one had a little lock next to it. And as she passes each one, it will turn blue and the lock will disappear. So another thing to know about each course is over here you have a circle. It's either green or blue, and the circle has either a 0 or an O or a P. O stands for objective assessment, and that means that this course is only assessed by a test. If you pass the test at the end, you pass the course. If there's a P, it's a performance assessment, and if you pass the performance assessment, which is usually a paper or an assignment, once you pass that, then you are done with the course, and the course will turn blue and you'll move on to the next course. Over here to the right, we have these start and end dates. So your student mentor will help you set start and end dates before you set your enrollment for the term. You guys will look through, you'll decide based on these courses how long the course should take when you'll start each course. And you'll see that this is when the student finished each of these courses, and then now she has these 2 left to complete in her term. So these dates are really important. It's amazing how fast 6 months can go, and you really want to be focused on when you should be working on each course and how to get it done. So these are important. If you get off track or if you get ahead, you can reset these at any time. It's very important to have a plan. Whatever that plan is, make sure you have a plan and that you're aware of how much more work you have to do in the term. So the funnest part about a degree plan is that each of these is actually a link into the course itself. So if you look at this degree plan, you can see you right now have a link to every course that you need from now until graduation. So we're not hiding anything from you. You have everything available to you, and that's a really important part of planning while you're here at WGU. So let's go into Survey of United States Constitution and Government. So this is one way to get into the course. Now, on your student portal, you also have a tab that says My Courses. Now, it's very important that you understand that when you first start and you have not set enrollment in Term 1, when you don't have locks in Term 1, when you click on that My Courses tab in your portal, there will be no courses listed. But that's okay. You can still come to your degree plan, and you can still click on these items right here, and you'll get straight into the course. So it is the same. The links right here are the same as the links on the My Courses tab. So let's click in here and see what happens. I'm going to go there through another way to help make sure that you can see it. I cannot find it. Give me 1 second. Let's see if we can find it. Excuse me. Here we go. We'll just do this. Okay, you should be able to see the course of study. So courses of study are pretty easy to use. They're all a little bit different, so you do have to be mindful of each one. So on the far left, you have all the clicks and links that you need to get into the actual material for the course, the study plan. Okay, your start and end dates will be here. And this is a percentage bar that will change as you progress. So as you progress through the course and you click on your activities as you go, it will tell you how much through the course you are. So in this course, it's very easy. There's just a one button start. You just launch the course and you dive right in. I'll show you what happens when you click that in a minute. There's also some other resources here. This is a learning resources tips. It kind of gives you a guide. If you were going to take 6 weeks on this course, this is how you might break it down. Now, this can be complicated because a lot of courses pretty much need to be completed in about 4 weeks. So sometimes you look at a plan like this and you might have to shrink it based on your time that you have left in your term. But this is a great way to sort of know how the course mentors are thinking is the best way to break down the course. So over here, we have other tips and tricks that are very specific to the course content. Now, up here, we have a set of tabs. Some courses will have textbooks and other resources that are external from WGU. And in that case, you would come here and you would have some options here that you won't see here because this is not the case. Everything in this course is embedded right in that launch course button that we saw up here. Okay, so this is an important thing to go through with your student mentor with every course to see if there's any extra learning resources that you need. The assessment tab is really exciting. This tells you what the assessment is. And in this case, you have this assessment down here, which is an exam. You will see these are different buttons from it. You'll have a button that says request approval. And once you have been prepared for the exam, you can request approval and your student mentor will give you the option to then go schedule your exam. And you'll do all your test scheduling right here. And then you can click through this test assessment center, which will take you to a way to use your webcam that will send you in the mail to take your exam. Up here is some resources for your pre-assessment. So this assessment tab in the course of study is an important place to come to take a pre-assessment or a final exam. Now let me tell you a little about pre-assessments. They're pretty amazing. So you'll study the course, you'll go through all the materials, you'll work with a course mentor, you'll go to webinars, you'll study flashcards, and when you feel like it's time for the test, you'll come here and you'll take a pre-assessment. And you can see I don't have the proper buttons that you do. You'll have a button here to launch the pre-assessment. And you'll take it just as if you were taking an exam. What I love about pre-assessments at WGU is that they are not just pass-fail. What we are going to do, after you take it, a button will appear here that has a coaching report. And you'll go into that coaching report and it will break down every piece. Remember when we saw over here Remember when we saw all these topics? It'll break it down by topic, and it will tell you exactly how you scored on each topic and what you should go and review. So these pre-assessments are a major asset to a student who's ready for a test. Because of that, you only get 3 opportunities to take the pre-assessment. So you really want to use them judiciously, really work through the material, and be prepared for test day when it's time for pre-assessments. After you take a pre-assessment, it's a great time to check in again with a course mentor, ask for some support based on how you scored. Get on the phone with them, ask them if they were you, how would they study after getting this score on a pre-assessment. And when you've prepared or when you've passed the pre-assessment, you'll come down here and you'll schedule and take the actual test. All right, and on the last part of a course of study, is it's sort of called a community. At this point, it's more like the course mentor materials. So over here, you'll see a link to the course mentors for this course. So we don't have traditional faculty. There's not a lot of lecturing. You're not assigned to a course and a teacher in the same way. We do have a huge support staff of course mentors who are subject matter experts in these topics. They really know their stuff. They really care about these subjects, and they really care about you. So it's very important to take as much time as possible to engage with a course mentor in every course that you do. I would consider this the very first thing that you should do in a WGU course, is come here, click on it, and send a course mentor to the course, or send an email to a course mentor that says, I'm starting this course and I'd like to meet with you. This is a wonderful way to build a relationship with a course mentor and to get some inside tips. I think of the course of study really as sort of a map of the course. But if you think about when you go traveling with a map, wouldn't you always rather get sort of the inside scoop from a local? I would. Like you can Yelp and try to find a good restaurant, but if I find someone who knows the restaurants in town, that's who I'm going to ask. And your course mentor really does have those tips and secrets, so they're really an important part. Going to a course mentor does not say it's not necessarily asking for help. It's not saying you don't understand. It's not saying you're not smart. It's just saying you know that this person has answers for you, and you're willing to use those answers to learn everything you need to know to pass this exam. So please use your course mentors. Here's a course announcement page and a course tips page. These are a little bit awkward, but they're definitely worth your time. Come over here, click down on this More button, and that will make it bigger for you. You can still scroll down. There's all kinds of links and tips here that are very helpful. You'll see, click here for new videos and quizzes. There's a cohort schedule. So it's very common for course mentors to say, hey, anyone who wants to, Tuesday at 7, come to this webinar. We'll all meet together. I'll talk about chapter 2. We'll go over that together. This is a great way to get a break from reading or from flashcards and to actually hear a live voice walk you through the material in a great academic way. So this can give you all kinds of help and support. I recommend coming here, expanding it, look at all these options for every course. It'll look different in every course, so you've really got to see, what if the course mentors decided I really need? You can do the same thing in the tips section, see if there's anything there. Look, what if you take the pre-assessment and you don't do so hot and you want some support? Or what if you need to take the test again? Here's some support there. So we have all our content about the course here on the left. You have some special tabs, especially this assessment tab here in the middle. And then on the side, you have everything related to course mentors. This is sort of the specialty items that are very specific to this course and to how students have been working with it recently. If students are always struggling with a certain topic, then course mentors are going to come and they're going to put extra content here on the left that really supports that. All right, so that is a course here at WGU. All right, I'm going to go back to a degree plan. And let's see what else we can find that might be helpful. If you're in the Teachers College, you'll notice a really important button at the top of your screen. Now, please note there are a few items here in purple that you will not see on your screen. There's a button here, it says Field Experience. This button is where it will house all of some very important documents that you'll use when it's time to go in the classroom for student teaching or for pre-student teaching work. So I have that. When I click it, it doesn't go there, but I found it for you, and I'm going to show you what you'll see there. Oh, it's gone. Let me see if I can find it this way for you. Oh, here it is. So you should be able to see that here. This is the field experience portal. So this is not something you need to be concerned with right away, especially if you're an undergraduate student. This is something that you and your student mentor will work with from the very beginning, and you'll work on it slowly throughout your time here so that it's all ready for you. But if you're comfortable, you can come here, you can read the field experience requirements overview, and keep in mind as you finish each item on this checklist, it will turn blue. And some magical day, all of it will be blue, and you'll be applying for student teaching. So this will be an important part of your program with us. So that is the degree plan at WGU. Keep in mind, all of this is supported by your student mentor. So this is all new. I think the most important things to know is that your degree plan has your path to graduation. We're going to get to the bottom, and we're going to get you graduated. And the faster we can help you and support you in your courses, the sooner you'll get to do that. And that's everybody's goal here. And also, just a last reminder, when you click on these courses, it takes you straight into the course, and you're welcome to go into those at any time, even if there's not a lock there. You really do have access to everything you need all the time. So try not to panic. If you go to that My Courses tab and there's nothing there, maybe on the first day of term 2, you're thinking, where are my courses? Just come to the degree plan and get started, and your student mentor will be with you right away to make sure they've picked the great plan for you for term 1 or term 2. So good luck, everyone. We're excited to have you and to work with you.